Hi, and welcome to Fedmail. Thank you for joining us on this Friday afternoon. Hope you're doing well, in good health, and in good spirits, both mentally and physically. So important. I want to begin by giving you a few programs to look out for coming up in the next several weeks. And of course, this isn't the complete list. You can visit our website, jfcm.org, find the calendar function, and there you'll be able to see everything that's taking place in our very active Jewish community here in Central Mass. So beginning with the annual meeting, JFCM, Jewish Federation's annual meeting, is scheduled to take place on September 14th at Worcester JCC. Before the meeting begins, we are planning to hold a reception to celebrate our Life and Legacy program, which was so generously brought to us by the Harold Grinspoon Foundation. All community members, whether you're affiliated with Life and Legacy or not, are invited to attend. The program begins at 6:30 p.m. with a formal annual meeting taking place at 7:30 p.m. Please register if you will. We plan to have refreshments at the reception, and we'd like to know how many people plan to be in attendance. I also want to let you know of the upcoming JCC Mission to Morocco, led by JCC President Ron Rosenstock. We've been listing it in Fedmail for the last several weeks, but we want to make sure that it has your attention. It sounds like a great program. Coming up also in August next week, or coming up in August on August 17th, is the Torah Center's Senior Day at Polar Park. Community invited to attend that day at Polar Park to cheer on our local Woo Sox team. The JCC is having a bash on August 18th. Mark your calendars for that. And I want to make sure that Hadassah's upcoming Murder Mystery book program on August 29th is on your calendar as well. And you can find more information about that in the Fedmail email in the flyer section below. I also want to let you know that on every Friday morning, Rabbi Blotner of Share Torah West puts on a wonderful Taste of Torah program. It's about a half-hour segment dedicated to that week's Torah portion. So if you'd like to join that, let us know. We'd love to send the Zoom link along to you. Also, in national and international news, of course, last week, Israel engaged in a major military operation against Palestinian Islamic Jihad. As it's understood, there was an imminent attack on the Gaza-Israel border that Palestinian Islamic Jihad was seeking to utilize anti-tank missiles to fire at Israeli communities. Israel responded militarily, and then eventually a ceasefire was declared after apparently very successful military operation by Israel in which two top Palestinian Islamic Jihad commanders were taken out, as well as a number of terror tunnels destroyed during the operation. Also in the news, many of you may have noted that because of Israel's stance on Russia's invasion of Ukraine, Russia in turn retaliated by threatening to close the offices of the Jewish Agency for Israel, which is a quasi-governmental organization largely responsible for encouraging and facilitating Aliyah to Israel. So Jaffe, as it's known, has offices throughout the world and is quite active in Russia, and the regime is threatening to close all of the Jaffe offices, which is a pretty serious escalation and something that is being taken very seriously in the Jewish world. So I want to note that. I know that a number of community members were concerned about Israel's position on the Russia-Ukraine war early on, when Israel had chosen to remain somewhat neutral during it. Actually, behind the scenes, Israel has actively been working to support Ukraine from the beginning, but vocally, it was less public at the beginning. Israel's stance and position was less public at the beginning because Israel needed Russian cooperation to continue to utilize airspace over Syria to eliminate the Iranian threat on Israel's northeastern border. Complicated situation, but that kept Israel from being more vocal. Well, the situation has changed dramatically. Israel is now very publicly against Russia's invasion of Ukraine, and again, Russia is choosing to retaliate by closing Jaffe offices. And last but not least, with the political climate in America ever more tense. The number of people on social media, pundits in the media have been using Nazi comparisons to demonize their political opponents. And I just want to state once again that we are entirely opposed to those types of comparisons being made between your enemies, the political party that you see as enemies, and comparing them to the Nazi regime or to Hitler or Goebbels or anything like that. That's entirely inappropriate. No matter where you stand on what political issue, there is no place for that in political discourse, dialogue in the United States. That should not be done, and we repudiate any sort of conversation like that taking place. Any of that rhetoric really should not happen at all. So I just want to make a point of saying that. And in the meantime, I want to recognize the Israeli or the Jewish holiday of Tu B'Av, which is considered an auspicious day of love on our calendar. And want to, of course, note that, as I say typically when we're talking about something of Jewish religious significance, be sure to consult with your local rabbi. I'm sure they would love to give you some more information, and it's always great to find opportunities to connect a little bit more deeply with our heritage and with the wonderful religious leadership we have in the community. With that, I just want to wish you a good Shabbos, Shabbat Shalom, be in good health, stay safe, be well, enjoy these days of summer. They are fleeting, and take care. Thank you for supporting Jewish life in Central Mass and beyond. Bye-bye.